Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mickey C, and welcome to the EU LCS Team of the Week. For week 1, I'll be obviously looking to do this for each week if I have the time, and I'll be looking to do the Lnae LCS as well. So if you want to see that, please drop a like on this video. I've also got the LCK Team of the Week for week 2 coming out shortly, so you should see that pretty soon. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So starting out in the top lane, there was a few decent performances from a few top laners. To note a few, Soaz on his fizz in a losing game. Kobbe was solid throughout all his games, as well as Gamsu and Kikis, but I've decided to give it to H2K's Odoamne. Now I think that's how you pronounce his name, correct me if I'm wrong, but he had two really strong performances on Echo, going 5-1-9 and going 3-0-14. And in those two games, his team managed to win the game, and he was definitely one of the main reasons they came away with the win. So he can definitely be happy with his performance for week 1. Moving over to the jungle, we have another H2K member, and that being Jankos. Firstly, I want to give an honourable mention to Schalke's Gillis, who had a couple of big games during week 1, especially his game on a list against Unicorns of Love, where he went absolutely huge, going 8-0-8. However, he did play against Jankos, and I felt like Jankos had the upper hand against him. I also would like to give a shout out to G2's Trick, who was very consistent in all his games during week 1. But I decided to go with Jankos, particularly because of his game on Lee Sin against ROCCAT. It felt like it was almost the perfect game you can have on a jungler. He controlled the game and map very well, and made life miserable for ROCCAT. He also had a very strong game on Kidron, going 4-1-11 in a winning team against Schalke, as I mentioned before, so that's why I've decided to put him as my jungler. I also forgot to mention he had the highest kill participation for week 1 with 94%. Now let's move on to the mid lane, and I've decided to give it to Schalke's Fox. He had the most kills for week 1 with 27 kills, just ahead of Febiven, who had 25. My decision pretty much came down between Febiven and Fox, but I decided to go with Fox because his performances impressed me more, and in the 3 games his team won, he looked to be the carry and was the carry in all those games, doing a lot of damage and coming up with a few 1v1 kills, which are very rare. He definitely was pivotal in Schalke's successful start to the summer split, and hence why he is my mid lane choice. His 3 best performances were on Vladimir against Unicorns of Love, going 8-2-4, Victor against Unicorns of Love, going 10-2-9, and Azir against H2K, going 6-0-3. Now moving over to the bot lane and starting with AD carry. There were not many outstanding performances from any of the AD carries, to be honest. It pretty much came down to either Fnatic, Reckless or Splyce Kobbe. Both made a few mistakes here and there, getting caught out, but I decided to go with Kobbe because he had 1 more kill than Reckless, and also had the highest kill participation for any AD carry with 84%, which was actually much more than every other AD carry. Reckless had 69% from what I remember. Kobbe's best 3 performances were 6-2-13 on Caitlyn, 6-0-3 on Lucian, and 7-4-3 on Ezreal in a losing game, so I decided to go with Splyce Kobbe. Finally, moving over to the support role, there weren't any major standouts, but there were a couple of good performances from the likes of Yalistar and Hylissang, but in the end I decided to go with Schalke's Sprattel, who had the best KDA in all positions for week 1 with 38. He only died once in his 4 games. He also only had 2 kills, which is what you want for a support. So his 3 best performances in my opinion were 0-0-14 on Alistar, 1-0-12 on Braum, and 0-0-7 once again on the cow Alistar. As you can see from the stats, he didn't have too many mistakes in his game during week 1, which is why I have put him as my support for the team of the week. in summary, this is my team of the week, and this is going to be the end of the video. If you want to see more of these types of videos, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.